So this is the vehicle that we're going to be putting our Van Compass suspension on. This is the stock struts. They've been okay on the highway, honestly, but around town on bumps and stuff like that, or just on dirt roads. Partially because our ball joints, I think, are worn, and it's a little stiff. Doesn't seem that good as compared to our previous Toyota Sequoia. So we're going to upgrade the entire suspension, and on the online forums and videos of the various van life people, the number one mod people say that is worth doing is doing suspension, especially the Van Compass suspension. And we're going to the inverted rally struts, which are supposed to be even better for the fronts, but this vehicle has a little bit of a lift in the rear. The front is unlifted, so there's a little bit of a shadow there, but you can kind of see it's pretty close. There's a little bit more height on the rear. The 4x4s, from what we understand, are a little more lifted than the stock Sprinter two-wheel drive versions. So there's already a lot of ground clearance from the looks of it. So we didn't really want to put a lift in as well. Our son already has enough trouble getting in and out of the van. But we'll see. We can always lift it a little bit more afterwards if we want bigger tires. But so far it seems like that's a reasonable amount. You can see that's the strut. That is old and likely pretty worn. We're going to put in that BAJA bracket that's going to connect to here and here to give more of a shear protection. And then you can see under here there is a lift spacer there, so that's where you get a little bit of lift, is underneath your lift spring, your leaf spring. And then the fronts, you can tell that there's no lift, because otherwise you would see underneath that big bolt between the frame and the front chassis, there would be a spacer, but there is not. So all that to say, there's no lift on the front, there's a little bit of lift on the rear, and we're hoping to get a smoother ride out of the Van Compass adjustable struts and the inverted rally strut on the front, and then that BAJA bracket too, so we don't shear a bolt. We'll tell you more once we actually get it on some off-paved roads. Okay, we've got some new goodies for the Sprinter 4x4 van. Got some rally strut, inverted struts for the front shock or strut replacement on the Sprinter van. Present to 2007 actually. Four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive Mercedes Sprinter vans, adjustable 3.3 inverted rally strut. And we also have the 3.3 Falcon rear shocks. We got the light to medium tune. Our van is under 8,000 pounds when we were loaded last time with bikes and stuff, so we think we're good with that. Apparently anything under 9,000 pounds, the light to medium tune is the recommended from our buddy at the Nirvana Outfitters in Salmon Arm in Canada. And then we've also have a bracket, double shear rear shock mount. So we're gonna get these installed. I'm gonna take them out of the boxes here and just have a look before we get them to our shop this coming week. We're gonna put in some new heavy duty ball joints and replace the upper strut bushing and mount. And hopefully we get a big improvement of ride that everybody likes to talk about with changing the suspension out. Super, super excited. So one thing I always like to look at when we get stuff is how nicely is it packaged? How precisely are things put in? And so far, the Van Compass stuff, very nice. It's got really nice separation of all the materials in there. We've got, that was some paper, and we've got the rally strut stacked shackles. I'm just saying that wrong. The brackets, the BAJA brackets. nicely covered. Actually, like not that heavy, which is good. This was all shipped in Canada. Came to us within a day from Salmon Arm, BC to Alberta and Calgary, and I'd say that's pretty darn good. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Probably do a dry fit on that pretty soon here and see how all the bolt holes go. Apparently you gotta use a die grinder, like a grinder drill of some kind, to make the holes in the frame where the undercoating makes the holes a little bit smaller in order to get the bolt holes through here and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Next step, opening the big boys, the shocks. So far, also seems quite good. The attention to detail packaging the shocks. We've got the boots here. FabTech. Interesting. And then get into it. Oh, these are the rear shocks. So you can see nicely protected. The bottom hole and the top, and you can see the dual reservoir. This is exciting. Multi-setting. Super cool. Packaging, super nice. Oh, you get a little sticker there. Neat. Figure out we're gonna put that somewhere. And then you get the other one. Second boot. And then I think you just would end up reusing the hardware in the brand, so you're not really gonna get any hardware in there. This seems pretty good. Ooh, yeah. These are the big shows. Super well packaged. I don't even know how you opened that. Seems really well connected. This is all taped in there, but that's your inverted rally strut. Looks like there's some kind of hardware on the bottom there, but very well put in. Always nice to see. They won't be damaged when you ship your super expensive shocks from wherever you are, or from I guess from the US to wherever you are. Looks good though. So you're gonna get hardware for the front strut, the inverted rally strut. This is a mount for the upper strut bushing. And you get two of those, one for each side. And it seems quite nice hardware, which is a good sign. So this is our inverted rally strut. Seems pretty intense. That's definitely the nicest shock I've ever purchased. And I've purchased a lot of mountain bike shocks, but this thing is next level burly. Pretty excited. So you've got the dial, 3 adjustments. It's all in one right now. I'm not exactly sure how to turn that, but it seems pretty firm, the dial. Anyways, definitely quite burly seeming, with the reservoir on the top, and there's the ABS sensor. Very cool.